The ocean is still 80% unexplored, a world of darkness where anything could exist. So ask yourself, what's really hiding in those depths? Myths we've created, or monsters that once ruled this earth? The answer may shock you. Let's find out. For centuries, humans have spoken of sea monsters so terrifying that they blurred the line between myth and reality. Sailors told tales of ship-crushing beasts and ocean demons. But modern science has uncovered fossils and evidence that prove many of these legends were inspired by real creatures. Today, we'll explore 12 mythical sea creatures that actually existed, and you'll see how truth is sometimes scarier than fiction. 1. Megalodon. The most famous prehistoric shark, Megalodon, was over 60 feet long, bigger than a bus. Its jaws were powerful enough to crush the bones of whales. For centuries, sailors spoke of sea demons that swallowed ships whole, and some believe these stories came from encounters with Megalodon teeth and fossils. While science says it vanished 2.6 million years ago, many conspiracy theories claim it may still lurk in unexplored depths of the ocean. Imagine swimming, unaware that a predator the size of a building could be right below you. 2. Leadsichthys. Leadsichthys was a giant fish from the Jurassic period, stretching up to 50 feet long. It wasn't a hunter but a filter feeder, swallowing huge amounts of plankton. Ancient fishermen who saw its enormous size likely mistook it for a monster, creating legends of massive, harmless sea giants. Its bones were so fragile that only a few fossils remain, which fueled the mystery. Imagine a fish so large it dwarfed ships of the ancient world. Proof that even gentle giants can spark terrifying myths when spotted in the deep blue sea. 3. Kronosaurus. Kronosaurus was a fearsome marine reptile, armed with massive jaws lined with sharp teeth. At nearly 30 feet long, it was named after the Titan Kronos, who devoured his own children in Greek mythology. Its sheer power inspired tales of sea dragons and ocean demons that dragged sailors into the abyss. Fossil evidence shows it fed on large prey, making it one of the most efficient predators of its time. If a creature like Kronosaurus were ever seen by early sailors, it's easy to imagine how legends of leviathans were born. 4. Mosasaurus. Mosasaurus was a colossal sea lizard that dominated the late Cretaceous oceans, growing over 50 feet long. Its powerful jaws and flippers made it an unstoppable predator. Early fossils inspired myths of water dragons, sea serpents, and even the biblical Leviathan. In fact, its skeletons were misidentified as giant crocodiles or serpents centuries ago. Modern reconstructions reveal a terrifying beast that could crush anything in its path. When sailors feared dragons lurking beneath their ships, they may have been unknowingly retelling memories of the Mosasaurus, monsters from Earth's forgotten history. 5. Pliosaur. Pliosaurs were short-necked cousins of the plesiosaurs, but far more terrifying. With skulls over 6 feet long and teeth sharper than swords, they had one of the strongest bites in history. Some species reached 40 feet in length, making them true ocean titans. Legends of sea serpents and ship-eaters may trace back to fossil discoveries of these giants. Their fossils were often found in coastal cliffs, fueling ancient stories of monsters turned to stone. If one ever rose from the depths, it would have seemed like a nightmare straight from mythology. 6. Giant sea scorpion, Gecalopterus. Long before the dinosaurs, the oceans were ruled by terrifying creatures like Gecalopterus, the giant sea scorpion. It grew over 8 feet long, with deadly pincers designed to crush prey. Ancient cultures spoke of water demons and monstrous bugs, which could have been inspired by fossil finds. Imagine diving into shallow seas and encountering a scorpion the size of a man, hunting fish with lightning speed. For humans, even fossilized claws discovered in rivers looked like proof of horrifying sea beasts, adding fuel to myths of monsters hidden underwater. 7. Helicoprion. Helicoprion is one of the strangest creatures ever discovered. A prehistoric shark with a spiral-shaped jaw full of teeth, like a buzzsaw. Growing over 20 feet long, it terrified anything that crossed its path. When its fossils were first discovered, scientists thought the spiral jaw was part of its body armor, or even a strange sea shell. Ancient sailors who saw its remains likely believed in sea monsters with rotating jaws of death. Helicoprion shows how bizarre nature can be, proof that sometimes reality is stranger than any legend. 8. Tylosaurus. Tylosaurus was another apex predator of the seas, closely related to Mosasaurus. It could grow over 45 feet long and had a habit of swallowing prey whole, including giant fish, turtles, and even other marine reptiles. Its skull fossils inspired stories of monstrous sea serpents and mythical dragons. Legends of creatures that could ram ships or drag sailors down may have roots in this predator's sheer power. Tylosaurus wasn't just a hunter, it was a monster that ruled with dominance, making even the fiercest predators look weak in comparison. 9. Basilosaurus. Despite its name, Basilosaurus was not a lizard but one of the earliest whales. Stretching nearly 60 feet long, its elongated, snake-like body gave it a serpent-like appearance. In the 1800s, its fossils were mistaken for the bones of giant dragons or sea serpents. This sparked stories of ocean snakes capable of swallowing boats. In reality, Basilosaurus was a top predator, hunting fish and other marine animals. But its unusual appearance blurred the line between myth and science, fueling centuries of terrifying sea monster legends. 10. Liopleurodon. Liopleurodon may have been one of the deadliest predators to ever exist. Estimates suggest it reached up to 70 feet long, with a bite so powerful it could crush bones instantly. Its fossils inspired legends of terrifying sea serpents and leviathans that haunted sailors. With 4 giant flippers, it could chase down prey in seconds. The sheer size and savagery of Liopleurodon made it the perfect candidate for ancient sea monster myths. Even today, it remains one of the most infamous predators in prehistoric history. 11. Dunkleosteus. Dunkleosteus was an armored fish over 30 feet long, with jaws powerful enough to bite through bone and metal. Its skull was covered with thick armor plates, giving it a dragon-like appearance. Ancient cultures may have discovered these armored fossils and mistaken them for remains of sea monsters. Sailors' tales of fish with iron jaws echo the reality of Dunkleosteus. It dominated the oceans 360 million years ago, proving that sometimes the scariest monsters weren't legends, they were real. Its terrifying power still echoes in myths today. 12. Giant squid, Architeuthis. For centuries, sailors spoke of the kraken, a tentacled beast capable of dragging ships into the abyss. Many dismissed it as fantasy, until the discovery of the giant squid. Growing up to 40 feet long, with eyes the size of dinner plates, it was a living myth proven real. Was the kraken just a story, or an exaggerated description of this elusive creature? Even today, giant squids remain shrouded in mystery, rarely seen alive. Proof that sometimes the monsters of legend are not only real,